Hello. I am Dr. Naisha Cherry, your mind and body coach, yoga instructor, and fitness instructor, here today for Let's Talk. So today's focus is Let's Talk Emotional Eating. So do you ever have like a sudden urge of hunger, and it's like intense, and you're like ready to eat right then and there, and you feel like you can't wait, and you don't know what's going on, but you just feel like you need to eat a snack or a meal or something? That's probably emotional eating. Emotional hunger that leads to emotional eating. So emotional hunger is an onset of hunger that's just like so intense and so dramatic and so quick, and when you stop and think about where this hunger is coming from, you realize you're not even hungry. It's a result of an emotion. Maybe you were sad about something, upset about something, mad, very happy. Whatever the emotional cue is causing you to want to eat. So that's not a good thing to eat every time you have an emotional cue to eat, because that leads to weight gain, which I'm sure many of us don't want. And it also leads to like feeling guilty and creating a vicious cycle of continually eating because you're upset, and then you feel guilty, which is another emotion, so then you eat again. And so that cycle is not okay. And then 3, you don't even feel your emotions because you're too busy trying to buffer them or distract yourself from them from eating. But we have to keep in mind that when you eat emotionally, at that very moment you may feel like, oh, I feel so much better, but as soon as you're done eating, that emotion comes rushing right back, and you feel it again, and you're upset again, which may lead to you eating again. So the key here is to figure out what those cues are when you're hungry. So first and foremost, know what your body feels like when you are hungry. Do you have growling in your stomach? Do you have a sensation in your throat area? Like, what is it that you feel when you're actually hungry? Be able to recognize that, because if you can't recognize that, then you won't know if you're emotionally eating or not. Secondly, when you do feel hungry, make sure that you feel those signals, and if not, then it's time to dissect. Take a moment and think, why am I having this urge of hunger, and why is it so sudden? Because hunger comes in waves, and it's not a sudden situation usually. So why is it so sudden? Why do I feel like I have to eat right now? So take a moment, stop and think. What are you feeling? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling extremely happy? Are you feeling angry? Like, what are you feeling? Are you feeling grief? Are you feeling guilt? What emotion are you feeling? And then think about, well, where did that emotion come from? What was I thinking? Was I thinking, I'm stressed because I have so much to do? Was I thinking, I'm bored, I don't want to watch these shows again? Was I thinking, I don't want to go do so I'm going to procrastinate? Like, what were you thinking that led to the emotion that led you to want to eat? So once you identify that, you can realize, oh, you know what? I'm not really hungry. That's just a response to me feeling and thinking the way that I was. And what we have learned before from me telling you, I'm sure, and from others, is that your thoughts create your feelings drive your actions, and your actions create your results, and that your thoughts and feelings are 100% changeable. So if you're finding that you're feeling or thinking a certain way, take a moment and stop and shift that thought process, shift what you're thinking. Maybe, you're upset about something, so becoming happy about something is not up your alley. You're like, no, I can't jump from being upset to happy. But maybe you can move to curiosity. Maybe you can become curious as to, what if I don't do so and so and so? How am I going to feel? Let me see how that feels. So shifting to curiosity or shifting to acceptance, those are great emotions you can shift to. They don't require you to have a stark change from being like sad or mad to happy. So, because I know that for me, that's not easy at all. I need an in-between emotion, a bridge emotion to shift from being upset or happy, or upset or angry, to happy. I can't just go just like that. I need something in between. So that emotion can be acceptance, it can be curiosity. Those are great ones to adopt, and I use those most of the time. So figure out how you want to feel, and once you figure out how you want to feel, what thought will create that feeling for you. So determine what that thought is. So for example, if you're angry because you gained weight, and it's causing you to eat again, which is only going to lead you to gain more weight, you can shift that. So instead of being angry because you gained weight. You can become curious to see what happened. What was the result of you gaining weight? And then your thought maybe could be something like, maybe I gained weight because I snacked too much yesterday. That could be your thought. So then your action could be, try not snacking today. Or consume less calories or whatever, you know. And then the result, you'll see if you're going to lose weight, which you probably will. Or maybe you can have the thought, like for me, when I gained those 5 pounds from being out of town, when I came back, I was a little upset. Then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I accept this because it's mine. But that was my decision. It's my fault. So my feeling was acceptance, and my thought was, I know I deserve to have gained these 5 pounds because I didn't follow my protocol that I usually do when I was out of town. And so my result was to get back on plan. Eat like I normally eat, exercise like I normally exercise, move like I normally move, do my thought work, all of those things. And as a result, I lost that 5 pounds. So keep that in mind next time you get that sensation of hunger, and it's not your normal sensation. It's not the stomach growling, it's not the feeling in the throat or whatever you normally feel when you get hungry. And it's urgent, like it just hits you really hard, like, oh, I want something to eat, I want a snack, ooh. Stop and see what you're really feeling and thinking at that moment, and then shift it to a thought and a feeling that will serve you better, which will lead you away from eating the snack or the extra food or whatever that you don't need, because that's pretty much the problem when it comes to weight gain. We're consuming calories we don't need. If you were really hungry, then you would feel the hunger sensations and you would need to eat, and you would go ahead and eat. But when you just get that urge of hunger out of nowhere and it's based on a feeling, that's emotional hunger, which leads you to emotional eating, which leads you to weight gain. So I just wanted to share that on today for Let's Talk. Let's talk. So we talked about emotional hunger and how to fix it. Emotional hunger and emotional eating and how to fix it. So if you have any thoughts, comments, questions, or concerns, please let me know. Put them in the comments. I'm interested in hearing about it. And do you struggle with emotional eating? I know I do. So if you do, let me know, and what you normally do and how you can shift that. So I am Dr. Naisha Cherry. You're a mind and body coach, yoga instructor, and fitness instructor. And I help women, especially women of color, to clear their emotional clutter, basically, to lead them to physical health and weight loss. So a lot of times our emotional clutter is what leads to that emotional eating and that emotional weight gain. So let's stop it from happening. So hit me up, let's talk and see how we can help, how I can help you, and I can help you lose your weight and manage your emotions better and manage your thoughts better. So that's all for today. I will see you next time. Bye.